the cloud.
Hello and welcome to Bold Voices. This is Rhonda Pink Diva Studios, my new podcast here on YouTube, and I'm really excited tonight because I have my peeps with me, whom I love dearly. And it's been a long time since we all got together and just had a really good and great discussion. And what you'll find on Bold Voices, it may not be for everybody, but come in, take a seat, comment, listen, all that great stuff, and stick around because there's always guaranteed to be some shenanigans. You know what I mean? So before we get deep off into our discussion today, I'm just going to allow everyone to introduce themselves. We're going to start with Tiana.
Hey everyone, this is Tiana the SwagSlayer. I am an entrepreneur, mother, and wife handling business. I'm always loving a new way to find money, make money, get free money, and then teach other people how to do it.
And that is so true about her. There were no lies to tell. Terry, we're going to let you go there.
All right, I am a serial entrepreneur, and like Tiana, I love ways to get money, free money. I love free money. I just love that, and I love sharing with other people on how to get free money. And I just do a lot of different things to have, as we say, multiple streams of income, because like Tiana and I had a conversation one time before, the smallest drip adds up after a while. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm happily married. Which he's on this this YouTube today. I've been married to him for 23 years. He's my best friend. I got a son. So that's me in a nutshell.
Aww. And we're just going to go ahead and move smoothly into introducing her husband, Douglas.
Yeah, my name is Douglas Dupree, staying beautiful always. As always, the name described. I'm a husband, father, entrepreneur, way ready to power myself in great entrepreneurship, becoming a leader in society and success. I think that life is great. So, hey, I look forward to talking to everyone.
And last but never least, honey, is ItsBossCie. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, excuse me. Hello, everyone. And yes, my name is C. My channel names are ItsBossCie. I too, like the rest of these beautiful people, are an entrepreneur. I love selling. I love, like the rest of you guys, making money, finding different ways to make residual income. And I love the freedom and flexibility that it brings.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't even know if I told you about me, but here it goes. I guess I could consider myself a serial entrepreneur. I'm a plus size reseller. I do have my own website, pinkdiva.com, that you are invited to go check out as well. And I'll have everyone's link here and underneath in the bio section. I also enjoy helping women or empowering women to get out of their own way and live their best life. I'm a reset coach. Some people like to say life. I like to say reset because we all need a reset every now and then, maybe 2 or 3 times. And I'm all about making some money, and that is true. The smallest drip adds up over time. And I have affiliate. I'm an affiliate for various brands. I'm building my own brand. So you know what? All that branding and affiliate and doing all those things, baby. Look, there's nothing like it. Get you something. Get you something. Hopefully, you'll learn something today.
Yeah.
Well, while we talk about entrepreneurship, I want to kind of dig into to that because that's who we all are, entrepreneurs. And entrepreneurs of different things. So you guys know I'm really, really about self-care, self-love, self-talk, and all of these things and motivating mindset. I want to know how you guys stay motivated to continually to do maybe the same things over and over each day, or having to maybe turn a different corner. So I just kind of want to know what keeps you motivated. Terry, why don't you go first?
Well, to be honest with you, motivation does not last. So it's one of those things that you just have to do things whether you feel like it or not. to get to the end game. So your goals, you know, they just have to be big enough, and you have to just strive to meet them. You're going to have days that you really feel like it and days that you don't, but you can't wait for those days that you feel like it, because if you do, you'll never get things done. So that's my mantra. I just do it whether I feel like doing it or not. And then, you know, the good thing about it is when you do something and you don't feel like doing it, but you do it, I can't tell you how good you feel when you do that. That is the best feeling in the world, because you're like, hey, I'm you know, I'm pushing myself no matter how I feel, you know, I'm still doing and I'm still making things happen. So that's what I want to definitely with people, because a lot of times people feel like they have to be motivated to do something to get something done. No, that's not going to work. If you wait for that motivation, you're just going to lose out. You just got to do it no matter what. There's going to be days you feel good, days you don't. You just got to get it done. Get it done.
Absolutely. I hear you on that. Go ahead, Douglas. Let's talk about your motivation.
Yeah, when it comes to motivating yourself to be the great and accomplish certain goals in life, a lot of times you're going to wake up in the morning, you're not going to feel like you have anything. You're going to feel like you're not making anything out of life. But my inspiration is that I try not to think that way. I try to focus on what I can do that day and hope that I can succeed and fulfill that goal and do that day. It doesn't matter if it goes wrong or if it goes right. It's the amount of me trying, working my darnest to succeed at something if I don't succeed at anything. Because when it's all said and done, you're not going to get rich overnight. You're not going to get the next dollar just by thinking that you're not going to get it. You got to go for it. You got to be willing to accomplish any task that comes your way. You got to be willing to find your self-esteem and be the strongest you can be mentally. Mentally, I stress the word mentally, to try to do something if it's nothing at all. Who cares what people think? Who cares if it doesn't make any money that day? But it's the point that you tried. You tried to do it. That's all that matters. And that's how I live my life. I do lots of things every day, guys. I mean, I go out, I drive a truck. Who wants to drive a truck? Nobody. But I drive a truck because I know there's money in it. I'm making money driving this truck. I don't care. I don't care for driving the truck. I do other tasks on the duties. I sell clothes with my lovely wife. I do private investigation where I can go on forever.
Wait a minute, what now? PI work?
Huh?
PI work?
Yeah, I'm a private investigator also. Yep. All right. Yeah, I just do, most of the time I do small cases, part-time small cases with that. Most of the things dealing with insurance fraud or something, I take a few pictures and, you know, stuff like that, or, you know, locating someone that didn't show up for court procedures. You know, I hate stuff that I do. I really do, to be honest with you. But I'm going to find a way to become that entrepreneur that I can become by doing many tasks, many different directions, many opportunities. Doesn't matter what it takes or what I have to do to accomplish it. I'm going to try so hard that my head will fall off. I'm never going to stop trying, because when the success is all said and done, it doesn't matter who thinks of or what you have accomplished from it. It's the matter of you can feel good waking up in the morning knowing that you try your darndest. Exactly. And you keep trying. Never let anyone stop you from your success. Never let anyone stop you from gaining anything out of life. Because if you let that stop you waking up in the morning feeling like, oh, I'm not going to do anything with my life, you know what's going to happen? That mental state of mind, that situation, that little response you put in your brain cells that told you that you're not going to do anything with your life that morning, you're not going to do anything with your life. Because that's what you constantly told yourself each and every day you wake up. I don't feel good every day. I'm not perfect. I suck sometimes. And my wife will tell you that.
Oh my God, no.
But in reality, she smiles because she sees that I get up and I go get it anyway.
Right.
And because you see, dedication is the energy that you surround yourself with, friends that surround you with that energy. You guys keep, and I love you guys as a family. We all are family here now because we actually surrounding ourselves with positive energy of go-getters. And that's what Dupree is all about.
Absolutely. And I wholeheartedly believe in surrounding yourself with positive people because it does definitely change it can definitely change your whole mindset. And it improves the atmosphere. I mean, it really does. See, what about you?
What motivates me is, again, because of the work that we do, being an entrepreneur, you get to set your own schedule. For me, there are days that I can't get a lot done because I deal with constant pain. Mm-hmm. So there are some mornings that I'm not working. It's just not a thing for me. However, I do try to keep the positive because the goal for me, some mornings is literally just to get out of my bed. If I can stay out, because I'm going to get out to go to the bathroom. But if I can stay out sometimes for an hour or two, then it might allow me to do even further. And in this day and age, with all of our technology, I've got if I don't have to sit in front of my big computer, I've got a laptop. I do so much on my phone, so there's always something, even if it's little bits that you can get done. And those little bits add up to bigger bits, yes. And that's how you get it done. I think a lot of times people, especially when just starting out, because they hear everybody else is doing it, they have this big picture, not taking anybody's dream, but this big picture of what has to get done now. No, that's your big picture. That's your dream. And you have to get at it, one bit at a time, one piece at a time. Mm-hmm. Now if you can go out there and do it all and this, that, the other, 9 out of 10 times, you're going to burn yourself out and you're going to be like, oh, I can't even do this anymore. So, for me, because I don't have any choice, slow and steady is what gets it. And, I'm slow. I'm going to be slow.
It's okay.
I'm good with it. Yeah. I'm good with it. But it took me a long time. Yeah, and it took me a long time to accept that because my mind thinks one way, but my body is like, yeah, all right, girl, I'll see you when you get back. So
you're not slow here. That's the important thing. You're not slow.
It's that balance, right? Exactly. It's that balance. Absolutely. And days that I don't feel good, like as far as and I haven't done it in a couple of weeks now because I've been doing other things, but like listing in my Poshmark closet or sometimes on eBay. So I will set up a gang of drafts. And then I can lay in bed and put pictures to it. Mm-hmm. I have all the pictures done and I'll lay in bed, I might be in pain, but I can shoot those pictures and get those listings up. So it just depends on, and again, the beauty of doing your own thing, being an entrepreneur, you find what works for you and that's what you do. I'm not trying to do, the way you do it or the way Douglas does it or Tiana or Terry. I have to do it my way, yes. And again, coming back to what Douglas stated, having your core group, you guys already know you're my family,
And
Terry's my cheerleader, Rhonda's my shrink, Tiana's my go-to person, my tech person. Like, I just called her a couple weeks ago because I couldn't figure something out on Canva. Yeah. And she in between classes, click, 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 boom. A couple hours later, click, 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 boom. She gave me the whole thing and I get it done. So your environment that you have, your crew, your people that you're working with, and if you don't have, your tribe, you better get you a tribe. because you cannot do this alone. You know how they say for children, it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to get a good entrepreneur out. And you guys
better get you one of these.
You
You
can.
gotta get you one of these, man.
What is
You got
it? A try. Go ahead, Tiana.
Exactly.
Thanks, Dee.
Well, I'm motivated. First of all, you guys said so many amazing things. I'm motivated by like a mix. I'm like a hybrid. I'm definitely motivated by money, but because I know that that can eat into you and become a negative thing, it's really the money so I can hang out and spend time with my family. But more importantly, just to have the freedom to make the choices I want. Like Terry's saying, you don't always feel motivated, but if you just continue to go forward, it becomes a discipline. So when you don't feel like doing it, you disciplined yourself to do it. So you're just going to get up and do it. It's a good habit that we call discipline. And that takes a little bit of time. And typically when you feel motivated, that's the best time to be like, okay, let me put things in place. Let me start doing it over and over. So when the motivation wears off, it is now turned into a mature discipline. So you can continue to do it going forward. And then like C was saying, you can't always do it how somebody else does it, because that could be demotivating and feel like, oh, well, so-and-so is doing this, but I can only do it like that. Yeah, do it like that. That's fine. If that works for you and you put a system in place, use your system, because you don't want to look at someone else and become demotivated or discouraged because they're doing it different than you. There's more than one way to get it.
Absolutely. I completely agree with that. And I'm just gonna give you for me, I'm motivated by a few things. I'm definitely motivated by money, but again, you got to be careful with that. But I'm definitely motivated right now because I have been just researching for a really long time now, and I'm branding Pink Diva Studio. So that has really elevated my motivation as far as having something that I created, having something that's going to be stamped with Pink Diva Studio on it has been my motivation here lately to do what I do. And I think that being able to answer other people's questions, I mean, I get people in my DMs asking me about plus sizes, asking me about certain brands. Are they run true to size? Are they big? Are they this? Are they that? I love that interaction because, I just love engaging with others. And I just love having that platform to be able to do that. Now, what I am not so motivated about these days has been my Instagram. And, I think that I've just got to a point where I'm just like, today I'm just not feeling it. I've told C that, last week I was like that. I'm not feeling it. And, my head was just not wrapped around anything to post on that. And I'm thinking actually that it's because I've been digging so deep to get these products out and research them, know what I want to do. I'm sick of my posh closet at this point. I've been giving stuff away to Salvation Army, and they're coming tomorrow, as a matter of fact. But I'm going to not close it. I'm going to keep it open. And I just told myself that I'm going to go back to the things that I used to do, which is online arbitrage, and just put some of those things in there. Now, for my private label, those things will go on my website and on TikTok, because I just became a merchant on there. And, I want to just continue to build my brand. And that is the most motivating and satisfying thing for me right now. And I mean, there's just nothing like it. But while we're talking about all these things that motivate us, and by me saying that I do love engaging, I do love to share my story with other people, from the weight loss, losing over 200 pounds to, how I got started, to things, my Shopify, all the other things, that experiences that I've had thus far. But this kind of is something that we talked about in Clubhouse is would selling or charging for all of that type of information be something that you would do, Tiana?
Yes, because I'm
and I knew you would say that.
You know it. But let me tell you why, because I will pay to get the information, because YouTube University is 100% free. But let me tell you something, you're going to be searching, looking, hoping, watching a 20-minute video, they don't answer your question. But if somebody packages it in a concise, clear, and organized manner, you can just go through step by step, which is going to save you time, energy, and you could just get it done. So here is my money. Show me what to do so I can get it done. So because I'm that type of learner and would prefer that, especially when I'm really trying to get something done, if I'm just playing, I'll head over to YouTube University and waste some time and try to figure it out. But when I'm serious, I need the information right in front of me in a clear manner. I need to be able to refer back to it just in case I miss something, because y'all know me. I will miss something. So I'm all for, yes, I'll package it together in a neat little bundle, and you can go off and do the same thing, because your time is money. Whether I'm spending my money to save me time, or whether I'm charging you for the time I put in to save you time, all the time is money.
Douglas, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what you're saying there, and I can understand your concept, because the fact that a lot of people tend to want that they pay large sums of money to get the information that they need, because there's a vast of information out there as far as on the information highway. But in reality, you know, if a person constantly, I would say, in my opinion, stress the word my opinion, in my opinion, if the faster wave with me and I had information to give someone and I'm making a large sum of money from it, I'm really pretty stable, pretty organized. I'm pretty much profitable enough where I can give this information to help others for free. I don't see the need for me charging them to give them goodness out there, because goodness is something that you spread. My mother always told me, she said, you spread the love to others. You give people the aspiration of the word that they need to hear. And that's what it's all about, helping each other. The world has really lost the fact of helping each other. The world has really lost the fact of uniting and unity between each other. The world has, I can keep going on how much the world has lost. Yeah. And imagining that unity, that combination of togetherness, of getting back to one concept, imagine how so powerful this United States of America could be, and how the world could be with each other. And especially in our culture, I'm just going to say our culture, we need that unity. We need that togetherness. We need to focus on trying to help each other build a momentum and build a foundation, a power foundation that could actually give us the same university that they have out there right now. I mean, if you don't do that, we have lost that fact of connection. I'm talking about us.
Oh, I got you.
If we find a way, if our people will find a way to unite and find a way to help each other build a powerhouse, imagine that we can have this equal living, that we can actually join together and become something great. But that's something that's never going to happen. I know you don't want to hear this, but it's not negative, but it's the reality of life.
It's never going to happen. You never say anything is happen. Well, but I want to say
we can talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about my God! Oh, but you have said the wrong thing. Now that Terry is now
I tell you what. I can tell you what.
Okay, Terry, go ahead.
Yeah, she's right. She's right. Douglas. I'm not. Oh, go ahead, baby.
Tiana and Douglas, and I'm gonna tell you how I agree with both, as funny as it sounds, but I do agree with both. There's different types of teaching. So I am going to be teaching something. It's going to be to a certain group of people. I'm going to have like courses and everything, and I'm going to teach them this certain thing to help them out, you know. But what I don't agree with is, like, if I'm making 7 figures, 8 figures, and then I'm sending out an advertisement, I'm making, you know, 50,000 a day, or, you know, whatever the advertisements I see continuously on Instagram.
Yeah. I got you.
The free webinar, they say, oh, it's a free webinar. And then at the end of it, it's like, for just $1,500, you can go how to do. Okay, So you're charging that. I said, okay, so that's really how you're getting your money, because you're really not getting all that money by what you're saying. And not only that, then they make themselves obvious, because when you don't do it, they're constantly texting you. They're constantly emailing you. It's like every day.
Girl, I had to block one the
You're
other
so
day.
right, babe.
You're not really making the money doing the thing that I signed up for. You're making the money trying to get people to pay for something that really I could figure out. Because when I go to these webinars that are supposedly free, I figure out exactly what they're doing. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. And so I'm going to go ahead and implement it, but I'm going to do it the way I'm going to do it. Make a long story short, a conversation that Rhonda was privy to and my hubby when we were talking on Clubhouse. I said, when I get the 7 and 8 figures on something, I'll be happy to have webinars where I actually teach people how to do it, and I will not be charging, because I won't need their money, because a lot of these people that are trying to get money, they're trying to hold the money for the bills they got or for the other stuff they got. So I'm just going to teach them how to do it. It's up to them to keep it going forward from there.
Right.
So that's,
absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Hold on, Douglas. I'm going to give C a chance to.
Okay.
I agree with all of y'all, and I'm a little bit of both. I'm a big fan of charging for what it is that you want to teach someone, because in my experience, people tend to respect it more, or will use it when it's something that they've paid for. When it's something that you're giving away for free, okay, I'm going to go to this free seminar. I'm going to sign up. I'm going to put it on my calendar. Then I don't even show up. It's free. And you don't use whatever that is that you've come for. Now, I come from the era of eBay, and especially Amazon, all of these free seminars. These free seminars are only, what is it called? Their lead collection. That's what it is. They want your name, your email, or your phone number, or your address. They want whatever it is that they need to keep feeding you advertisements, selling. That's all it is. I was not so much involved, but I knew a guy, and they had a huge business doing this with Amazon, that the government ended up coming after them because people were not getting what they were paid for, what they paid for. And that's all they're doing. They're just selling packages. They're selling information that a lot of us know, but you're getting it all in one, like you say, one concise package, put a little bow on it. But the problem is, you got to give people that. You got to give them what it is that they've paid for. And somebody, everybody's got the disclaimer. This is, these results are not typical of this. They better be typical with somebody.
Right.
Or you're going to have problems afterwards. But like I said, I'm a firm believer in both ways. If there's somebody that I can help, and you know that they need it right now, and you can see that this is going to be something that's going to change something for them, and it's not costing me, give it. Because I'm a firm believer that when you've got your hand out to give, it's also out to receive. But if you focus on on giving, then you're going to get yours. That's just how, call it whatever you want it, but that's how the law of averages work. If you do it enough time, it's going to come back to you, plain and simple. So if it's a situation that you can give it, then give it, but if you've got something that you're building with, and Terry, I like your, what you said, you've got your money, I'll now start giving away for free. I've made my money. Now I'm going to try to help you make your money.
All right.
So, but yeah, that's always, I don't have a problem paying for information if it's something that I want. Right. Like I'm like you, Tiana. If I don't have the 15 hours to be in YouTube University and I can get it over here for an hour because I paid for it.
And me myself, this is how I kind of, oh, I'm sorry, Terry.
Value. Like you said, see, I'm like, even like right now, Rhonda's, coaching, that's a form of teaching too. Those are the type of things I feel should, we should be paying for. But yeah, opportunities that you can give back. You know, Oprah talks about this a lot. She's all about this. Giving back is like really key. Give back, give back. But I guess for me, I'm just tired of seeing those advertisements where they supposedly making all this money in an hour, every month. They're making so much, so much money, and they're going to teach you this free webinar, and they're going to teach you how to do this for $1,500, for $2,000, and then they keep hounding you out. I'm like, well, you ain't making all that money now.
Right,
exactly.
Exactly. And as I told you, I just blocked somebody today, and I did go to this particular person's little, seminar, whatever you want to call it, and I was like, okay, I really didn't learn anything that I didn't learn a lot of what I already didn't know. I learned, if I compared it, I learned about this much when the stuff I heard was this much, and I already knew. But my opinion about that is that I'm from the school of each one teach one, and that means that whatever my experience has been with, throughout my life or my entrepreneurship, I don't have a problem sharing that at all. I mean, most of you know I'm very open, I'm very transparent about things. Did we lose C? Oh no, she's still there.
No, I had to. I didn't want to show my water bottle.
And I've always tried to be very transparent about myself, whatever I was going through, everything. So I don't mind sharing my experience. That I will do wholeheartedly for free. Especially if I'm making, 6, 8, hey, come on, what you want to know? I'm looking for people to tell. Because I'm excited that I've arrived at this point where I'm making X amount of dollars. So now I want to teach you how to make X amount of dollars too. Not that everything will work for you as cookie cutter, but you could take piece here and a piece there, put it together, and you got yourself a business. So I'm all for that. What I would charge for would definitely be if I was holding a seminar where I had other guest speakers such as yourselves, because I feel like that is something I need to charge for. I had to, because on the back end of that, I need to pay my speakers.
Definitely.
And if I'm having it at a facility or a ballroom or whatever, I need to be paying for that too. So the tickets aren't going to be cheap. But the thing is that I'm going to definitely give you something that's worth the amount of what you're paying for. So, that's kind of how I see it. Even if I did something on Zoom and I still had speakers, I'm going to give you enough to make you feel like you spent your money wisely. I'm not going to come back to you and say, now for a small fee, I can set you free. And this is what you're going to get with that, with that package that I have to offer. No, I've already offered you the package with me. That's where it started. And whatever my extension of that is to offer this symposium or whatever we want to call it. Yes, and whatever we want to call it. And that is something that you'll get not just myself, but my speakers and their experience. And you get to pull from that, and whatever else happens in between. It just depends on if it's online or if it's going to be in person. Because in person, I might give you a meal, might give you some hors d'oeuvres, or a little something like that, but you have to also think about the cost of that, the cost of the ticket, where it's located, and all of those things. So that's something I would definitely charge for. But me, and I'm telling you my experience and how I'm making these 6-figure coins, child, I got you.
Yeah, but like what you were just talking about is those are definitely the times to charge. Like you were saying, like you're having a conference and you're teaching some people a certain skill set, and you have other leaders and they're coming in. Like you said, you have to pay for the location, or you may have to pay for the speakers. Yeah, that's totally on point. Totally on point. And just like what Tiana was saying, there's certain things that you can teach somebody that can save them so much time. You can save them 5 hours of time. You can teach them like in maybe, an hour. They're going to want to pay you for that.
Right. I'm just one of those people. I mean, YouTube is so much. And, if you aren't really specific about looking on YouTube, then you might be on YouTube all day.
Yes.
So when I go on YouTube, when I go on YouTube, I need to say I'm looking for XYZ. Don't come back and give me ABC. I want XYZ. And I'm going to try to be as specific as I can when I type that in. Now, that don't always work, y'all. But sometimes it does. And then
exactly.
I know people who know things like C. So I call C. And when she's in the mood, she'll say, okay, blah, blah, blah. If she's not, she'll like, YouTube or Google is your friend. So
I totally agree. I totally agree. Everybody have something to contribute. And that's what that's one of the models I was coming at from there, because, people on YouTube every day actually giving information out about different opportunities every day. And, we often miss the concept that there's a right time to offer some money, and there's a right time not to offer money. And, I agree. Everybody's got to make a living in life. Everybody's got to have a concept to make money in life. And, I totally agree with people making money off giving bouts of information out there, because they work so hard to gather that information. They work so hard to find that information. They work so hard to do the research on that information. Yeah, you should get paid for your time. You should get paid for your effort. But it's as always, like everybody we were all saying up there, which is we all made some awesome points. If you have the money to spare, you're rich, got money. You don't have to take it from anywhere else. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I totally agree with you guys. Don't charge people. Go out there and spread the love that you made that wealth from, that riches, with those 7 houses and those 16 cars and those 3 boats and those. You know what I mean?
I'm not even living like that.
Yeah,
I'm depositing and I'm traveling. I'm hopping on a flight. I'm going somewhere.
If you're a person that gets up there, this is one of the points I'll get at right there, and I understand what my wife was saying too. If you're one of the person that says that you just bought 2 houses, I just bought 3 BMWs, I just bought 2 houses, and okay, dude, why are you charging me $1,500 to give me this information then? You already got more money you can spend.
You're already living your best life. And that's your best life. Teach someone how to live their best life.
It's gonna drive me to go to a university like Tiana said, and learn from somebody that's worthy of my time and money. If you got all that kind of money, you want to charge it.
And I think for me, if it's a specific thing, one specific thing that I'm trying to learn, example being when Tiana was working with Geeky Niche, one specific thing that I wanted to learn, then yes, I would take that time out and pay for that. Because why? Because I already know that she knows what she's talking about. She's living this and working on her dream and her goals. And I see that from her. So yes, I would, think about paying someone for that. But all this other infomercial kind of stuff that I see on Instagram and things like that, no, child, I don't have to.
Love the commercials on Instagram where, or even if it says, they're selling the product, shop now. If I have to do this more than once, I don't need that item. You gotta go and see all it.
And in my next video,
where's the money?
In my next video, I'll be showing you
why do I have to watch a video, read a paragraph, come back and watch? Are they actually getting people like that?
They are all the time. And I don't like that, because if you have 5 packages, I want to see them all on one page. Right. I want to be the description of the package and then pick the one that fits me.
And then let me make a decision.
Right. Yes.
You don't have to keep telling me you got me. I clicked. I came in. But now you want, and now, for someone like me, so now it's annoying. So now I'm like, click out.
I'm over it. And then
it makes you bored.
And then I shouldn't have to sign up and give you my blood type to get any kind of information on top of that. Now that's another thing that irks me. I mean, what you need next? My blood type? Now I'm out. Now I've already just clicked off the whole thing.
Much.
Well,
for me to get some information.
right. So while we were talking about
where were you born at?
what was your mom's maiden
childhood
name?
best
I
friend?
mean, wow, you
What's your
know,
dog name?
right, right. What was your favorite pet? But that kind of leads me into something, this particular topic right here is that about gatekeeping. And, I see a lot of this in our community. I hate to say people squabble back and forth about, so and so told me not to go shop here because it's, it was her spot. And so and so, won't tell, won't share, won't da 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 da. Y'all know, and I just find it funny. I've always found this funny. And Tiana Crowder said, I've always found this funny. Is that so when you bought those red bottoms and found them at the thrift store, did you just think that he stopped making them when he made that one pair to go to the thrift store? That you probably paid maybe $100 for, when in actuality they cost about $5.50. So why would you, I just don't understand, because at these days with technology, a Google lens will locate you a pair. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know if it's the fact that people gatekeep like that, or the fact that people really get upset with the person who doesn't want to tell them where they bought something at. I mean, I just want to know y'all's thoughts on that.
Well, for me, if I ask and they're acting all funny, I'm like, I don't care, because like you said, the technology out there, I can figure it out.
Right.
And I've never understood that with thrift, when people are thrifting.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody to know that you've gone to this particular spot. We can all go to the same thrift store and we're going to all look for different things.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah,
it's just that, right. It's just that simple. Now, if you've got something exclusive and you are your niche is the only thing out there, I can kind of understand that, because I'm sure you worked hard to get there. But we're talking about regular A to B stuff. Come on.
I mean, we're talking about things that have been manufactured over 1,000 times.
Right.
So why?
I've got to hook up on some, Maybelline cosmetics. You happen to find a, manufacturer that's going out of business.
Yeah, you found a plug. That's what you found.
You found a plug, right?
That's a plus. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right. There's one in every community. I mean, there's tons of them. But I've never understood where, and it's your prerogative to feel that way, but don't get on Instagram or whatever and start bashing like, oh, I would never. I don't know why you would tell people that.
Well, the thing is you made a point right here.
Mentality, and that's not going to give you true prosperity.
Right, and this is the point that you made. When you get on Insta and show where you're at, then you're mad because maybe, anime decided I'll try to stay safe. And the anime decided she wanted to go to where you posted, because again, Google Lens. I mean, you could just find out where this place is and go. And then she posts about she went, and then you're upset because she went. And how did you know to go there? And blase, blase, blase. That's, I mean, I just think it's really wild how people, and I don't know if it's funnier that the people who posted the post get mad, or again, the people who, went to the place. I mean, why is everybody mad about it?
It's been afraid.
Do you think it's okay?
I think it's mostly been afraid of losing the leadership. If you got a product that no one else is selling, or a product that no one else knows about, and you're afraid if everybody gets to know about that product, you won't have an opportunity to make more money than any other individual out there that's selling that product. So I think they're afraid of losing income. They're afraid of losing this. And you can understand their concept one way, because I try to always put myself in the other person's shoes. I'm just that person. I put myself in your shoes, just like you were talking earlier.
But then don't come on Instagram and brag about what you got.
Do you think it
comes? And I'm not going to let you know about. Don't do that.
Do you think it comes from insecurity?
It is part of insecurity, just like you said. I wanted people to see my face. Well, let me get Bella. I want to look Bella. I always like to see my smile. Hey. I got my coffee. See how I'm guys? I got my coffee maker.
You be slaying me, girl.
You see, you gotta make the best out of it. You gotta make the best out of every life you do. Look, me, I got my coffee maker, got my coffee. I chill. I find a solution to every problem. And as you were talking just then about what you were saying, it's all about they're more afraid of losing. They're afraid of losing the leadership of being in charge of that one little incident, that one little product. They go up there, talk about it, but they won't give you a lot of details, because they're afraid that some of the details that they give you might lead you to where they're making their income. That people are afraid of losing money these days because the economy is terrible.
Oh yeah.
And they're afraid of this. It's all this being scared. Being scared of being in poverty.
We can't blame the economy now. It's been like that the entire for the 20 years that I've been in this game.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like it's afraid, it's scared. They think they're not going to make another buck. That to me is the same thing in reselling with returns. People don't want to accept returns because they think they're not going to sell the item again. I'm like, you sold it once.
Right.
You're going to sell it again.
Right.
Take it back.
Well, for me, I would tell you, if I had a product that no one else was doing it, first thing I'm doing is I'm putting in a patent. I'm gonna go that direction.
Copyrights
I'm gonna have it.
And I'm not telling nobody about it up on Instagram
until
don't bother to mention it. Yeah, don't bother to mention it.
So if I had a product like that, Instagram would be the last place I'd be going.
The last place I talk. Right.
Because I just think that's so funny, though. I just really find that so funny, because that's come up quite a few times in our community. And I understand, and even with Tiana, I'm just going to put this out. Because when Tiana was in them Amazon streets, she was looking for something specific. And I said, well, what are you looking for? And she was like, I ain't going to tell you right now. I ain't going to tell you.
She's honest. That's what it's all about, being honest.
It's okay.
People respect you a lot more.
Because she could have, because she know I'm not trying to do Amazon. That's a pain in the wahoo.
I know.
But she was honest enough to say, I can't tell you right now. And I was like, okay. And I did, and that was fine. You know, because
you respect her more.
I did, because she said what she said. And I took it, and we moved on and went on with something else. But it's a difference for me for the way that she said it to me. And the way that I read these other people talking to other people that they don't really even know, you know, and blasting them or putting them on blast about it. Y'all remember the whole shoe thing one time? It was somebody was selling the same shoe as somebody else, and they got upset about it.
I'm not going to tell you what I'm selling right now. No, I'm not going to tell you what I'm selling. I'm not going to tell you.
Big money off of it.
So they were because of the same shoe, Rhonda? Like they were the same type of shoe?
Someone had created a shoe, and apparently this other person had found the shoe, and they started selling the shoe. So the other person was upset. How are you going to be copying off of me and stealing from me? And again, this shoe was made 1,000 times over, you know. So why can't you? That's like, Terry, I don't need you to be selling Vans or Converse when Tiana's selling Converse, and then I want to sell Converse. Y'all can't sell Converse. I'm gonna need y'all to stop. I can't tell y'all where to get these Converses at because it's the plug. If I found a plug for Converse, I don't sell Converse. I'm gonna tell y'all to.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just think it's just so much that people build up into the items that they're selling. Now, not to say that we all haven't become attached to items before, because y'all remember the famous jacket that I found. I spent $20 on. I didn't want nobody to buy it, you know, but I ended up selling it for over $60. So, you know, I mean, eventually somebody was going to buy it. I thought I was pricing high, and then here comes the person who was going to pay for it high. So
They made it
okay,
rain.
I made it rain. You know, I was happy. But you know, I just think it's really not just immature, but you know, why allow someone to bring out your insecurity to the point that you want to get on Instagram and bicker about a shoe, a place, or anything like that? I just think I I think that's too much, but all at the same time, I guess it's their prerogative to gatekeep if they want to.
But
You
I think
know,
with that
a
gatekeeping,
lot of people that are resellers, some of them don't really have that entrepreneur hat on. I don't know what they mean.
Instinct.
I just, you know, because they, you know, I see some of the comments on social media about a lot of things. Like, how do you do that?
Mhm.
Now, getting back really quick to what you talk about what Tiana was doing on Amazon, totally get that, because any in Amazon knows you really ain't supposed to be sharing a lot about what you sell on Amazon. It's just one of those things because of the way Amazon's set up. But you know, and most of the time people don't, like, they don't even post stuff on YouTube about what it. So some people do, and that's because maybe they don't care, they've gotten X amount or whatever. But typically most people don't, you know, share what they're selling on Amazon. They won't even share a direct link. So you know.
And which, that's a
But
prime example of Geeky Niche the other day, who held up the bottle of Valentina. And
right.
I made a joke out of it. She was like, I was like, well, I know to stay away from it. She was like, if you know, you know. I said, well, I know to stay away from it. And then she was like, I wouldn't be a good reseller friend if I didn't tell you that it's going for $50 a bottle. Hold up. I got a bottle in my cabinet right now. $50? Where can I sign? Can you sell this for me? And send me the
right. And I'll ship it for you.
I will ship it for you.
That was fun. Yeah, that's hilarious.
I mean, because I have a full bottle in my cabinet because my grandbaby bought. She loves it, and she hasn't, you know, been over to eat it. But I would have said, okay, I'll just get you another one. But this one's gonna go for $50 because today.
Right, right. Still.
And that's true with Amazon, like, because I learned from Nisha, from Geeky Niche, like, be careful, don't have stuff in your background because people will zoom in and try to find. And what I learned, like that product I was selling, I made $10,000 on that product alone. And I was like the only one selling. It was like me.
Can we know the product now?
Yeah.
Look, can we know the product now?
I have one that I didn't sell. So it was the stool softener from CVS. And so during the pandemic, I guess like people who were constipated, they were buying them for $45 a bottle. That bottle cost $14. But then because I was getting it at CVS, like I was getting it on the hookup with your points.
Right.
$5 to $10 a bottle.
Okay.
So I was getting it for $5 to $10 a bottle.
Look, that was the last thing that I thought you were going to say.
I know, because the stuff that you don't think makes money is what makes money.
Mm-hmm.
So as the listing, because it was just me, then it was me and another person. And this is the thing, somebody had messed up on Amazon and put 2 listings. They used to have a white bottle. And then as you saw, that bottle was clear. And they had a clear bottle. So everybody was on the white bottle. I went on the clear bottle and started selling. And so if you didn't know about the clear bottle, you were not making sales because like 20 people on the white bottle. So then it was me and Nisha selling. Then it was like 2 other people popped up. But then there's a bigger bottle that I can sell up to $75 a bottle. Okay. That was selling. So I had sent in like 50 of those small bottles and they sold in like a week. They were gone.
Wow.
And so my husband ended up getting a flat tire, but we drove hours all over my state, emptying the stores out. Do you understand? Like going to the shelf and going,
I remember, because I said I cannot be Tiana in these Amazon streets, honey, stressing myself out about this product. But now, I mean, I get it. because the one
I
thing
don't
about
blame her.
Amazon is that, and maybe I can include eBay in this as well,
Yeah.
is that the strangest, like you said, the things you wouldn't think sell do sell.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Like, who'd have known about that Valentine
When they
again
have
that I
down,
have
they
in here in my kitchen?
That's strangely true.
I'm like, can I
Why-
get an Amazon account real quick and sell that?
said what?
I need an Amazon account real quick to sell that bottle of Valentine.
They're one bottle.
That one
Oh.
bottle. As she said, it's $50
I
a
got my
bottle.
eye on it. I got my eye
I
on
done
it.
told y'all now, so now he should probably choke me.
You could probably sell that.
But she put it on Instagram, so I'm saying.
Tiana, you said those were CVS stool
CVS
softener.
brand. Yes.
Yes.
Or even another brand.
My question is, why didn't somebody get on CVS.com and get them?
That's what I want to know.
Because I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh, okay.
Because they
Explain.
get it from Amazon for Prime. That's why.
They do what
You
now?
have to remember they can get it from Amazon Prime.
Oh, 2
Right.
days.
Get it the next day, and they're not. That is one thing. Let me tell you, the success of Amazon is what who is the founder? I should know it.
Bezos?
Bezos.
Yeah.
He drilled that Prime. There are
Mm-hmm.
so many things that you can get cheaper on Amazon, but you're conditioned. I have to buy it on Prime. That's how I
Yeah.
have to buy it.
Oh,
You're conditioned
I'm
to
not gonna lie. I
go
love
anywhere else or not look anywhere else.
Right.
Let me see if it's it's on Amazon. Click.
Yep, that's
She
how
got that
man-
right.
that's me, y'all. That's me, y'all.
I
And
just got
and
some
listen,
Freever
I'm not
for my
mad at it.
phone.
That is me.
That is the advantage that
Yeah.
he has over everything. He
I-
has
Yeah.
taught you.
That's true, but I'm getting to the point now, and I think it's because we're entrepreneurs and we're resellers, and we know there's always somewhere else we can get it. So
Yeah,
that's-
we're gonna research. We're gonna research.
my
Oh,
personal
we are definitely gonna research.
last place. Like if I can't find anywhere else, I said, well, let me go to Amazon, because I always know
Yeah.
and more Amazon than if I had
We
got
do a
it
lot
from-
of that, baby, don't we?
I mean, and that's true. I do research a lot. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, if I'm looking for something specific, like a while back, C knows I was looking for these shoes to go with this outfit, and I found them. And then by the time I got, they were sold on Amazon. So I started looking again to see if I could find them, and I found them. And every time I found them, they were other places, eBay and other places, but they were in my size or they were sold out. So I was just like, you know what? I just give up on these particular shoes. But you know, I definitely type in what I'm looking for, and whatever pops up from Poshmark to Amazon, I'm looking at everything there and in between, because I want to see who has the bargain.
Best price. Yeah.
I want. It doesn't always have to be now. It doesn't always have to be
Comparison.
Amazon, because if somebody got it on Poshmark and I can get it for little or nothing, I'm definitely gonna do that, because then I feel as though I've helped you make a sale as well.
Oh,
It's a
I
natural instinct.
definitely the cheap. Amazon, like I said, is a lot of times my last resort, and that's just because it's us and we know better. We know better. When I would have ever gotten CVS anything off of Amazon, never. I'm gonna tell you right now, never.
Right.
Even if I weren't a reseller, I would never do it. I'm like, I'm getting it from CVS. They don't have it in the store. I'm gonna order it, and they're gonna send it to me. That's how I'm gonna do it. You know. And so
and that's true. I mean, I hardly go to
I know
CVS
people do
anymore.
that though. You know, it's weird. You know.
Yeah, it is weird. Well, y'all, I have enjoyed this conversation. I think we just really got some things off of our chest maybe today.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have enjoyed this maiden voyage of your.
Oh,
Also, say this isn't a blog, a
I had a
podcast.
no,
blast.
it's Bold Voices, and it's the podcast on YouTube. So this is a new venture for me, and I'm looking forward to having you all on again to talk about other topics that I have up for discussion. It will always be reseller related. No, I just thought I'd leave with that today.
Let's get some juicy ones.
Oh, I know. We're gonna have some. We're gonna have even. we're gonna even have a little gossip kind of thing where we could
Oh,
just talk about,
that'd be that'd
what's
be
happening. Like right now, if we had enough time, I would actually start talking about all the strikes that are going on right now. But I will bring up this particular one, which with
they
UPS
are.
being on strike.
Uh-oh.
So
See, you
I'm
lost because you know I don't watch TV.
I know, but I was
So
just like,
I
oh my
missed all
God.
that.
So yeah, I mean, definitely, we'll have to have just a good old gossip. It'll just be gossip time for that one. But I wanted to thank each and every one of you for joining me, giving your opinion. I also want to give you a chance, Douglas, to share something with the people, maybe a tip or some advice.
Well, one thing I say in life is just continue to be your success, continue to push yourself, and continue to focus. Never stop. Don't never let your emotion get in the way of you succeeding at your greatness. Because when you do that, everything else doesn't matter. You'll never succeed at anything if you let your emotion and your focus get out of whack. People will always try to take that from you. That's when you show your strongest strength. Because you, yourself, and you are the only person that can fail. And never let yourself be a failure because you always a winner.
Absolutely. What you got, Tiana?
Well, I want to say that it always seems hard until you've done it. It seems impossible. It seems that you can't get it done until it's done. And you look back and be like, it wasn't that bad. And of course, the motto is don't ever forget you are your most valuable asset.
Hallelujah. See,
Positive thoughts always give positive results. If you don't think you can, you're absolutely right. You can't, but if you think you can, you will. So always lead with positivity and you'll get what you want.
absolutely. Terry.
Yeah, all of y'all are just such amazing people. First of all, I want to just say I love all of y'all. Y'all are super amazing. I admire all of y'all. Y'all are just beautiful people. Rana, thank you for setting this up. Definitely mindset is everything. So make sure that your mind, even if you're not feeling good, make sure that you're loving yourself because that is the best relationship you can have. It's a relationship with yourself. You have to love yourself internally. Even the things that you speak out, don't even joke about yourself negatively. We put all the time, we'll go to, oh yeah, I'm so fat, I can't get into, I'm just using that as an example. None of that. Positive talk about yourself all the time. That's so key. And I love what Tiana said about how things seem so complicated until you get it done. But the key thing is remember just getting started. And sometimes just the small habits will get you to the end of the finish line. Small habits will get you
Right.
to the end of the finish line. It don't have to be big ones because like C was saying earlier, you don't want to have to be like everybody else. You want to have your own plan. So just being consistent and doing those small habits will get you to where you want to get to. So you're a different person 5 years from now. That's the
Right.
important thing.
I
Thanks,
love it.
everybody.
I love it. Well, Terry pretty much covered what I would have said about mindset, but I'm going to take time because today I posted about time. Your time and your energy are currency, and you just want to spend them wisely. Time is not refundable. So be intentional about your time and how you use it and with whom you use it with. So I want to just thank you all again. And for the listeners out there, welcome again to Bold Voices. Definitely leave us some comments or questions that you may have. We'll definitely get back with you. I'll include everyone's information, and I hope that you have the most amazing day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.